Hello and welcome to the Banker's TechTalk series. My name is Joy Macknight and I'm Technology Editor at The Banker magazine. Today I have with me Nadeem Shaikh, co-founder and CEO of Anthemis Group, which is a venture investment firm focused specifically on the Fintech startup community. Nadeem, thanks so much for joining us today. What sort of trends are you seeing amongst the Fintech startups?
Well, thank you so much for having me, and good morning. It doesn't feel like a good morning at the moment, but it's like so dark outside. Joy, it's been amazing. I mean, when we started a few years back, there were maybe a handful of companies called Fintech, and maybe 50, right? And there's just been an explosion over the last few years. And what we're seeing is not only just the startups coming up, which are now a lot more mature. They've been around. A lot of startups that have been around for 6, 7, 8 years, and so the business models are maturing. The sort of founders coming into these businesses are maturer individuals, and so they are really trying to create these disruptive businesses. And also the breadth of these businesses is now a lot wider, right? So instead of what was initially more a retail payments focused, front-end play, it's now really across every spectrum of financial services. It doesn't matter where you are, whether it's retail banking, wealth management, asset management, capital markets, insurance. Every aspect of the value chain from front to back office is someone attacking it, someone rethinking it, thinking through. So I think it's a major change going on, as well as this is no longer just something that's happening in a few cities around the world. It's not only a Silicon Valley thing. This is happening globally, and London has become a major hub for this stuff.
So how are these companies really disrupting or attacking what is normally the bank's realm of the financial services market?
Yeah, I think a great question. I think it's a multitude ways, right? I think there is for the first time, the elements of social, how to engage a customer, how to think about them, how to segment them, the penetration, how to reach out to them, how to build a trust environment with them, along with the ability to really harness the data available in a very meaningful way, along with technology and the cost of technology and accessibility of technology. That's for the first time coming together, right? So that's creating a new paradigm when some of these business models would not have been possible even 3-5 years ago, right? And I think the other thing that's really happening is they are really rethinking the economics of these businesses. So they're not just about putting up some pretty front end and kind of engaging the customer through just a look and feel. And this is really about creating new businesses where the cost of acquisition, cost of servicing, cost of underwriting, it's just a multitude lower than what it used to be. So if the industry as a tradition has been competing at 100 units, and the best of the brightest of that industry were at 85 units, and they've been competing with themselves within that paradigm, these guys are creating cost models of 10 units, right? Whether they can scale for millions of customers at 10 units, no, but they will not be at 100, right? They will be at 30, 40 by the time they are fully scaled up. So that's the difference. And so the kinds of, angles, kind of services, kind of products you can provide, the customers, how you think about customers is very, very different when your cost model is 10 units. And that's a impact not only just within the banks, but also within industry at large, some of the impact on government services and so on, which is why the Chancellor has made Fintech one of the big platforms for the current government. It really is a much wider application that's available than ever before.
Okay, and how is Anthemis really helping to develop and to foster the Fintech community?
Yeah, so we have been at the forefront of this. We were the crazy people when we started, and people used to run away and say, "What the hell are you guys talking about?" So we've been almost skating where the puck will be, right? And so we started investing in some of these companies very early on. I mean, Climate Corp was 2006, Simple was 2009, and so on. And so we've always been investing ahead of the curve because we saw where the models were, where our thesis, where we saw the gaps, where we saw these businesses coming. So that's been one angle. Then we're very conscious about creating this new fabric. And so we've been investing in the fabric. For example, we were the seed investors in Seedcamp, which is one of the largest accelerators and startup competition players in Europe. we were probably the early members of Level 39 and became very much a part of that movement. Startup Bootcamp is friends of ours that run it. We are engaged with some of the corporate ventures as Techstars and so on. So we've been really trying to plug into the community. We were the founders, one of the founder members of Innovate Finance, which came out at 10 Downing Street. And we were at the very forefront of thought about how to position London at the heart of this thing. So in a way, what we're trying to do is kind of how to make each part of the ecosystem, the new fabric, how to help create it, how to help manage it, how to help scale it. That's what we're trying to do. And so we do investments on one side. We work with large institutions as an advisor, as a consultant, and trying to help them figure out how to deal with this new innovation. We incubate some of our own businesses, and then we do a lot of pro bono stuff around with the regulators and other parts of the ecosystem.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming today, Nadeem.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.